We have no invited guests tonight. We have a couple of committee department reports. Our first on the agenda is Mr. Jimmy Norton. He could not make it. He will come back at our next meeting. He had a personal issue. Next on the agenda is the Evermore CID. The chair will recognize Mr. Gary Lapidus, who represents the city on the board.
Okay, we had our retreat on March 15th, where the new members of the board, myself included, went through about 6 hours worth of review, etc., of what's going on the board. The previous meeting, or the last meeting, was Wednesday, and after that I answered a request from one of the city council people here, and each one of you should have received copies of all of the projects. I trust you all got them by email, so if there are any more questions concerning those projects, I'd be happy to try and answer them. As far as things that have been completed, the Yellow River project, the pedestrian bridge finally has been completed, and that's done. Other than that, the only two other things that have been brought up at the meeting, the previous meeting, is they're still looking for a new executive director. However, the salary of that position has come into question, and I've had it put on the agenda for the next meeting. And the place, time, and day of the meetings has also been brought up to be placed on the agenda, because some of us on the board feel that we shouldn't make it any more difficult for people to come to the meetings who pay the bills. And so having the meetings at 2:30 during the day is not exactly convenient for business people or people such as yourselves, etc. So the next meeting is the fourth Wednesday of April, and I believe that's the 27th. And right now it's still at 2:30 on Wednesday, and I urge all of you to attend if you can. And other than that, that's all that's going on the meeting, on the CID that I'm aware of, unless you have some questions. That's the report.
Are there any questions of the council, Mr. Lapidus? Mr. Savant?
Would you share with us what is that salary that you're talking about that's in question? Approximately how much we're looking at?
Okay.
Should I put in my job and apply?
I brought it up to the council that it should be on the agenda, because they're doing a comparison of what city managers make as far as the skill set required, etc. There is 20 times more responsibility for a city manager along the corridor, and the current salary suggested for the executive director of the CID is $120,000.
Follow-up question. The lights on the bridge?
They are now working, supposedly. I haven't been down there personally to check, but that's what I'm told.
Awesome. Good, thank you.
Any other questions, Mr. Lapidus? Thank you, Mr. Lapidus, for your service to the city. Next is the Snellville Tourist and Trade Association.